Hey guys, it's Yasi and I'm back with another video today. I'm going to be talking about money. You know, we all love money. Money make the world go round. So I've been seeing everybody been talking about the Pinterest creator rewards, and I haven't seen that many people talking about it on YouTube, so that's why I'm making a YouTube video about it. But I have seen a lot of people talking about it on TikTok. I'm going to be talking about how I made 10K in 1 month on Pinterest, just strictly from Pinterest rewards and strictly off just posting pins for the creator rewards. So Pinterest has a new program called the Creator Rewards, as you guys know, and it's been slowly rolling out to its users. The way that it's rolling out is like randomly select people. I'm not 100% sure what it's based off of because I'll get into that later in the video. It's like the selections are very random, similar to how Instagram's Reels bonus program is. Like the Reels bonus program is very random. Like it's people with like under 1K followers getting picked and people with a lot more followers being picked, and it's just like, yeah, that's kind of how Pinterest is right now. Right now it's invite only. You can only be invited by Pinterest themselves, and the way you know you got invited is you'll see an email from them, or when you go into like your professional dashboard analytics. I'm going to show like a screen recording right here of me going to it, but basically when you go there, if you click this certain button and you see a button called like earn or rewards or something like that, then that means that you have it or can apply for it through there. You can only apply for it if you've been invited already by Pinterest. However, I have seen on TikTok that there's another way to be paid for your content on Pinterest, or be paid by Pinterest for your content through a thing called the Creator Fund, and I'll put their video right here. I'm just gonna put like clips and probably without the audio. I might put my own captions just so that they don't like copyright my video or anything crazy, but I'm just putting it there so that y'all can see how to apply and stuff. So basically you go through an application and it's called the Creator Fund. And for this month, they're trying to incorporate diversity and reach groups that are often overlooked by big companies, you know, minorities, LGBT, that like anything that's kind of like a minority and that's overlooked in the industry. Only people of that criteria were able to apply for this creator fund that they were doing for the month of April. But right now, I do think that applications are closed because so many people reply so fast. So I think it's over for now. Like basically that application was for the month of April. Like by April 11th, they'll be approving and responding to people for that application that everyone just did. Even though it has closed, I assume that at the end of April that they're also going to have a new application that they make for people to apply for the month of May. So even though that's kind of a bummer that that application is done, you can still make sure that you're ready and keep your ears open for the month of May so that you can get into the May's Creator Fund. Hey guys, so I was editing my video just now. I know this is really random, but I found out that the Creator Fund that I said the applications were pretty much done with and oversaturated, that actually the one I was talking about, that was for the regular applications, but there's another application for minorities and LGBT that is makeup and beauty. Those applications are still open, so I'll leave the link in my bio or like in the comments where you can apply at. But yeah, that one's still open, but the other one is closed. But yeah, that's how y'all know that this program is like so new right now, because we're literally finding out stuff as we go. Like, this program is so new. It's so much that needs to be fixed, and it's a lot of misunderstanding, and yeah, but I'm glad that I caught that before I posted this so that y'all can have an opportunity to join at least something. It's not the same as the program I'm in, but it is a very good program from what I heard. I don't have experience with it, so I don't know what it entails, but it sounds pretty good, so sign up and test your luck. Okay, now let's talk about what the Creator Rewards program is. And the reason I mentioned the Creator Fund is because that is different from the Creator Rewards program. And the Creator Fund, you don't need to meet the same criteria that you have to meet for the Creator Rewards program. So for the Creator Rewards program, it's a program that Pinterest started rolling out in around October, I believe. And in October, it was a very limited select few that they are inviting into the program. But yeah, it's been going on since October, and basically they pay people who are already active on Pinterest for their content that they put on Pinterest, if that makes sense. So like people who got selected, like me, we were already like creating Pinterest posts and content before like they invited us. Like we were already doing that. And I don't know if it was like this in October, but they only pay people who are creating idea pins on Pinterest. They only paid those people who are constantly creating idea pins and like using the idea pin features. They were not paying people who are just kind of like posting regular picture pins, which nothing's wrong with that. I'm just saying they weren't like paying people who are posting like regular Pinterest picture pins with like captions and stuff. They were paying more so people who are using their new feature. And I think it's because they want more inspirational videos on their app. Like they're probably trying to compete a little bit with TikTok and Instagram and stuff. And I think Pinterest wants their app to be more social, because Pinterest isn't that much of a social app until they introduce these idea pins, because most people would kind of just, we would just repin stuff that was pretty, and we wouldn't really talk to each other or interact with each other. Like we weren't really leaving comments and stuff. Like we weren't really talking. It was more so just like what's those boards? Like people have like goal boards, or I don't know what those boards are called, like where they have a board of their goals that they want to complete for that month, that week, or that year. And yeah, it's kind of was like that. Like we all had our own visual boards and we're just building them and not really talking to each other and stuff. So basically, I think they're trying to become a more social app, kind of like the other apps are, and move away from just that solely picture app and the no talking and the no interaction. I think they want people to start posting more original content as well. Now let's talk about what an idea pin is. So an idea pin, the best way to describe an idea pin is like a story on Instagram, like the way Instagram stories work. That's kind of how an idea pin is. But I also think it's similar to like an Instagram reel or a TikTok, like a short video vibe. I think it's kind of like that as well. So you could post like the things you did for that day, or like a place you visited, or a product you really liked, a hairstyle you did. So kind of like it's a clash between Instagram stories and Instagram reels. So yeah, it's kind of like both of the two together. So now that you know what an idea pin is, now I can explain how the Pinterest Creator Awards program works. So basically the way that it works is you get invited into the program, and once you get invited and you see the Earn tab on your professional dashboard, you're going to click it. You're going to go through any like setup process that they have you go through, like setting up your bank account, your name, your social, like any information they're asking for. You're going to go through and do all of that. And then finally, when you're finished with that, you're going to see a Pinterest Creator Awards tab kind of thing, like basically where you make the money at, like how you make the money. So once you get to this tab, I'm going to kind of show y'all a video, but like I'm going to crop some parts out because I want to talk about the program, but I don't want to put all my business out there and like put everything I made off of there. Like I'm just going to tell y'all what I want to tell y'all and show y'all what I want to show you guys, the important stuff. So yeah, so y'all gonna see like a screen recording right here of me kind of going through the tabs while I talk, so that y'all can visually see what I'm talking about. So once you get to that Creator Rewards screen, you're gonna see all array of goals that Pinterest has and the different requirements and different pay offered for each one. You're going to want to read through every single goal because you want to see which one that you want to work with and which one you want to do. Okay, so once you click on the goal, you should see like a specific description of each goal, what it requires and how much they will give you. You need to read that all the way through, pay specific attention to each requirement, and make sure that decide if you want to do that goal. Make sure when you create your pin, or if you have a pin that you already made and you want to use it for that goal, make sure that it matches every single criteria, every requirement for that pin, or it will not be approved. That goes into my next part. So once you create the pin and see that it matches everything that they require, then you're gonna go into the program again, and it should be a button. I don't remember exactly what it says, but I believe it says add pin or add idea pin, something like that. But you're gonna click that red button and you're gonna click the pin that you want to add, and you're gonna make sure it's a check beside it. Then you're gonna click, the add pin button again. And when you do that, you should see like it's gonna be a submitted column, an approved column, and an estimated earnings column. But once you submit that pin, you should see a number 1 in the submitted, unless you submitted more than that. And approval time varies by a lot. It used to be 72 hours when you would get approved or not, but now it's become longer than that. So if it's going on for a while, like if it's been 4 to 5 days and you're kind of like worried if your pen is going to get approved or not, don't fret a little. Don't start going crazy. Don't start hyperventilating or thinking it's not going to get approved, because you don't know yet, because it has been taking a while for it to approve. So just kind of wait, and possibly it might get approved or not. And I will say, like, if around like 2 weeks comes around, or like 10 days and it still hasn't been approved, then your chances of it not getting approved have kind of went up. Like, it's probably not going to get approved. I'm not going to say for sure that it hasn't been approved, because I don't know Pinterest's exact process, but around that time, if it still hasn't been moved to the approved column, then more than likely it hasn't been approved. So yeah, and that's another thing. If your pen isn't approved, they don't really notify you or tell you. You just know, because you'll see, like, say you submitted 3 pens for one goal and you see 3 pens in the submitted part. If like by the end of the month it only says like 2 have been approved, then that means 1 of them have been denied. So you kind of have to like just assume what has been denied based off of rather it has been approved or not. And they don't tell you why it hasn't been approved. So my best tips for that is just make sure that you try and fulfill every single requirement that the goal asks for, and that will up your chances of being approved. But I will list some things of why you could get denied. The first one is you don't want any watermarks on your video. Like, if you're taking your videos straight from TikTok and you're just posting them on Pinterest, this doesn't matter. If you aren't getting paid for your pins, I don't think that really matters. But I'm talking about for people specifically who are in the Creator Rewards program. If you're reposting your pins and they have the watermark up there, that's not payable content by Pinterest. Like, that's not something that they want. That's probably going to get denied. More than likely, that's going to get denied. So do not post anything up there with watermarks on it that don't say Pinterest. Another thing is no copyrighted music. You either have to use the music that Pinterest provides. I know. There's no Bad Baby, no Nicki Minaj, no Shake That Booty music. Like, it's just, you got to work with what you got to work with. But they don't have bad artists up there, so the music isn't horrible. It's just not what most of us are used to. But yeah, so basically, do not use copyrighted music. Use the music that Pinterest provided, or you can go on YouTube and look for royalty-free music. That also can be used. There's also music that can be used that might be a little bit better than what they have to offer. But for me personally, I just honestly use the music they already got up there, because it's just easier and nobody's really paying attention to the music for real. Like, it's not, even though the videos are kind of like TikToks and Reels, it's not. Okay, so it's not the same. It's not the same vibe. Okay, so like, you don't gotta stress about the music too much. But basically, just make sure that you do not use copyrighted music, because more than often your pen will be denied if it has copyrighted music. Okay, my last 2 reasons why you might be denied is like I said multiple times in this video, make sure that you read every single piece of the criteria that is needed for the specific goal that you're submitting your pen to. Okay, so if it says that it needs 3 pages, and I'll go more into that if you don't know what that is. Well, basically, if it says it needs 3 pages, and 3 pages basically means like there should be 3 tabs. Like on Pinterest, you can break up your video into 3. Like, I can put like 10 seconds, that's 1 frame. Then I could put another frame as another 10 seconds. And then I could put like a picture at the end of the final product. That's basically 3 pages, okay? If the goal requires that you have 3 pages and you only put a video and a picture, and that's your idea pen, a video and a picture, then they are going to deny it. So make sure that you like really read every single thing that they're requiring, and make sure you have each part of the requirement in your pen. Like, because we want to get approved. We don't want to just be wasting time submitting stuff and it's not getting approved, and now that's wasted time, energy, and yeah, wasted everything, and now we ain't got the money. So yeah, we want to make sure we get the money. You want to get the money, you want to get the bag. Okay, another reason why you can get denied is, this is very important on Pinterest. Pinterest is not as lenient as, from what I've noticed, Pinterest is not as lenient as Instagram, and especially not as lenient as TikTok. They do not tolerate any hoopla, they don't tolerate class clowns, they don't tolerate BS, basically. Like, that stuff that TikTok be tolerating, Pinterest, Do not bring that to Pinterest. Pinterest is very calm, very positive, very family friendly, okay? So first of all, don't bring like anything. I personally wouldn't bring anything controversial, just because that might get denied, or they might get your whole account blocked, because Pinterest is famous for suspending people's accounts. And yeah, do not play with Pinterest. Do not play with Pinterest. Like, if you come to Pinterest, Pinterest is not the place to be playing, okay? You better be on your best behavior. If you ain't got nothing nice to say, just be quiet. Do not, no. And another thing about Pinterest is, for the family friendly side of things, if you're getting paid, it's different if you're just posting on Pinterest, then this doesn't really matter as much. It does matter, but not as much, because nobody's really looking at your page like that. But if you're part of the Creators Rewards program, do not post anything inappropriate. Like, and I know we all have like an idea of what inappropriate is, but I also mean, like, if you got too much cleavage out, be careful. Be careful with how much cleavage you got out. Be careful with how much skin is showing. Be careful with the type of clothes you're wearing. Be careful with that. The best way to go with Pinterest is to be pretty modest, okay? Just don't try to test the waters and wild out. Just be modest. That's the best description. And y'all, honestly, I got my own personal experience with that. So yeah, just be modest up there. Don't post anything inappropriate. Don't wear anything inappropriate. Don't say anything questionable. So those are my tips to make sure that, well, those are my like reasons of why you might be being denied, but I'm pretty sure it's way more reasons than that of why a pin could be denied. Now, this is the important question that everybody's asking who is interested in making money along with the rest of us. How do I become part of the Creator Rewards program? So they do have specific requirements that you need to have. So I'm just going to say those first, and then I'm just going to save like the rest of the stuff for after that. So first of all, you have to be 18 years old or older. I've seen people say, like, can their parents be like the co-signer type person for them? I don't know anything about that. All I know is that it says you have to be 18 years old or older. So that's the number one requirement. The second requirement is you need to have 1,000 followers, okay? So yeah, you need to have 1,000 followers. And you also, I'm sorry about this, but you have to be living in the USA. You have to have made at least 3 to 4 idea pins, I believe. I don't remember the exact number, if it's 3 or 4. That's why I'm saying 3 and 4, because I don't know which one it was specifically. But yeah, since the app is still, since the program is still in beta phase, like they're still working on things. There's still glitches, there's still problems. They haven't got it all the way on track yet. It's not, even if you have those requirements, it's not available to everyone with those requirements. Like, they're inviting, like I said earlier, they're inviting random people. The way the invites are happening is kind of hard to, like, I'm gonna give y'all tips on how to up your chances of being invited, but I can't ensure that you will be invited because it seems like it's really random, okay? But to up your chances of getting invited, my tips would be, you need to be posting a lot of idea pins every day or every other day, and you need to grow your following. Growing your following basically ties into posting idea pins and being active. You need to be posting like every single day. You need to be posting a lot of stuff. You can repost other people's stuff, but if you ever repost other people's stuff, always credit them. Never just post people's stuff and not give them credit, because that's still their stuff. Like, that's whatever you're trying to repost of somebody else's, that's still what they created. It took their time and stuff. So yeah, I would post every day or every other day. And another thing that ties into those two, you need to be making sure that when you post stuff that you're doing SEO, which is basically search engine optimization. And that's basically just making sure that your stuff be seen by other people, and that when people search certain keywords, you want your stuff to pop up so that you have more opportunity to be found, like for your account to be found and for your pins to be found. And that's how you grow followers. Example for that, I'm just gonna say, like, I'm pretty sure there's plenty of videos on YouTube about that. I didn't really want to do a whole video about that, but I will like give y'all a little bit of an example of it. So basically, like, say I made a nice apple pie. I made a recipe for apple pie. I showed y'all how to make it, and I made it as a pin. So for the title of that, I will put, you know, apple pie, but I also put stuff like how to, cinnamon apples, easy recipes, apples, fresh fruit pie, Like, you just basically put like a bunch of words that people are searching for into the title and description of your pen and the tags of your pen, so people are more likely to find your pen. And another way, like, I do them off the top of my head when I post my pens, and I put my search engine optimization tags. I do it off the top of my head because like I know my categories, I know my keywords for my stuff specifically. But if you're not really sure what to put, the best way to do it is to like literally go on Pinterest yourself, or go to Google or something and find keywords that other people are using and that are popping up at the top, and use those keywords in your pins. And I'm pretty sure I didn't explain that as perfectly as other people on YouTube, so I recommend, if you want to know more about that, to watch other people's videos on YouTube who actually get into the real nitty-gritty of it, because I just gave y'all a base layer explanation of what it is. Now, like I said, the program is invite only, so even if you do everything I said and you have all of the requirements, I can't guarantee that you will be invited. It's very random. It's based on what Pinterest wants to pick, the people Pinterest wants. So the best thing to do is to just keep posting and be patient. I didn't know when I got my invite, I didn't even know what the program was. I was already posting on Pinterest just for fun because I enjoy posting on Pinterest. So just kind of look at it as more like a fun thing to do. Like, treat it like something that's fun to do. Like, don't go into it just like with the goal of trying to get into the program, because it's no telling if you'll be invited or when you will be invited, and you don't want to just bum yourself out and feel down and be depressed about it. Only do this like if you kind of find it fun. Like, I know we all, at the end of the day, we all want to be part of the program now that we know that it's a thing and that other people are in it and stuff. But if you're going to try, just be patient and do it. Have fun. Like, post stuff you actually like doing, make it enjoyable. Now that I've explained all of that, because you're not going to understand how I made what I made if you don't listen to and research into everything I just explained just now. So the way that I made 10K in a month, basically I was inspired by this girl on TikTok who made 79K in a month. I will put her TikTok right here, and I'm probably going to put it with no sound and just clips of it, just because y'all know copyright. I'm not trying to, no. Okay, so yeah, I was inspired by her. And basically she was saying that for the reward goals, at first nobody really knew that you could submit a pin for a goal multiple times. Like, so let's say for like this one that says 300 per pin with 5 saves. We didn't know that we could submit like 10 idea pins that we made that all have 5 saves or more. So we didn't know that we could do that. But basically she explained that we could do that, and she was saying like, even with that, you need to have some type of schedule and some type of game plan on how many pins you're going to post every single day, and you need to have a game plan of what goals you're going to submit them to. So she was saying that she posts 10 pins every single day, 10 to 25 pins every single day. So that's how she was able to make so much money, because she had made about 300 pins in 1 month. 300 idea pins, 300 individual different idea pins, and she submitted them to the goals in the reward program, and about 250 of them got accepted. So 250 times 300, do the math. That's pretty much how she made that much money. And that's the same theory and thought process that I applied to my own rewards goal program situation. But instead of 10 pins, I knew I already couldn't do that, because I know a lot of people think that, you know, pin and stuff is just, the short videos and stuff is easy. But when you're making like that amount of pins and videos and stuff, it's a lot of work, a lot of editing, a lot of content time. It's basically like a job almost. Like, you literally have to treat it like a job. If you don't treat it like a job, you're not going to get the most money. So what my method was, because I knew I wasn't going to be able to do 10, just because that's just way too much for me. Like, it sounds easy, but it is not. But yeah, I already knew that was way too much for me. So my goal was to post 3 to 5 pins every single day. So that's what I did, and that's what worked for me, and I was able to manage that. And now for coming months, if I wanted to, I could do more than that, now that I'm used to doing that. But it was just like, it was my first month and stuff, and yeah, I ain't never mass produced a whole bunch of video content like that before. So yeah, So I did what works for me, and that's what you need to do as well. Do what works for you. Work out a schedule and game plan that is realistic to you and that works for you. So yeah. Also I wanted to add that there is currently, now for the month of April, there's a limit on how much money you can make on Pinterest now, and it's around $5,000 to $6,000, which is still amazing money for any rewards program that's going on right now. Like there isn't a rewards program going on right now that is as lucrative as Pinterest at the moment. So that's still great money, but I do want to add that in at the end of the video just so that y'all know that you no longer would be able to make as much as I made this month or other people have made this month. So yeah, I would just recommend for the coming months, it continues to be a cap, that you just do every single goal that they make available to you. So yeah, that's all I have for this video today, guys. I hope y'all learned something. I hope I encouraged y'all to get on Pinterest and start posting and to start working towards your goals and to try and get into that creator rewards program, because it's amazing right now. I wish the best for all of you guys watching this. I hope y'all do get invited. That's the end of my video today. Like, comment, subscribe for more content. If you have any more questions that I did not answer in this video, now is the time to comment them. But I will say, if you ask me a question that was already in my video, I'm just not gonna reply to the comment. Like, that's not even me being rude. I just don't like repeating myself, and I don't like, it's kind of like rude when people ask you a question that's already in your video, because like you didn't even watch it. Like, you must not have even watched it, honestly. So yeah, if you have any questions that I haven't answered in my video, I will be glad to answer them down below. We'll see y'all in my next video. I post once a week, every week. Bye.